Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into the microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Deus Ex Human Revolution Blind. Now, I'm here at this horrible detention camp slash torture cellar slash illegal medical experiment plant, whatever, and I'm definitely interested in learning more about what's happening here, however morbid it is. So let's search this room. Workstation. Oh! Wait. Okay. Oh, what? Whoa. Wait a second. This is from Gary Savage, and Savage was an important player in Deus Ex 1, but more importantly for me, he seemed to be a pretty upstanding person, all things considered, because his deal was that he broke off of the main group of scientists after some ethical disputes between them. I don't remember the exact details, but he had like a splinter group, and he opposed Paige in the end, and he helped you, and he seemed to be pretty okay. And as I said, his backstory was that he objected to some of the things that they were doing. But now it seems, if he's really working on this, then I'm not sure how can you get back from this? Like, what must you do in your life to redeem yourself from working at a place like this? Like, assuming he's doing that voluntarily, because that's another sort of element, but it very much would seem so, because this does not at all seem like something a prisoner would write, in this tone. But also, it mentions Page here, which I'm assuming is Bob Page, the pretty much, by the time of Deus Ex 1, he's one of the most powerful people on Earth. And I was wondering when or if he would show up in this game, and I guess he does, or at least he's mentioned. And whereas Gary Savage's involvement in this is a bit of a surprise to me, and unwelcome one at that, then Page's involvement isn't a surprise at all, because Page is a right bastard overall, and he would pretty much do anything to get more power. What is that? That doesn't make much sense, I think. Ordinarily, I think it would be the other way around, right? You would have those like gloves to manipulate like a dangerous object inside. So why are they hanging out? Not quite sure how that would work, but it says here gloves required in this area, so I get that it's some sort of a containment unit, but I'm not sure how it would work with them pointed this way. That's probably not that important in the grand scheme of things. A lot of drugs, blood, various cybernetic organs and whatever, prosthetic limbs. Guess that's all in this room. is the purpose of this? Is that a quest item? Ah, so I can play this on something. I think I read that already about the dangers of the Illuminati, which seems like insane rambling if you would read it in our world, but funnily enough, in the world of Deus Ex is probably all or mostly true. Like, this is definitely the Illuminati controlled, this is Illuminati controlled, this is Illuminati controlled, this is Illuminati controlled, and the rest of this as well, because this is World Health Organization is helmed by Elizabeth Duclair, who's a confirmed Illuminatus. So it's probably all Illuminati. Though I'm not sure what business the actual Illuminati minions have reading this. Like, they already probably know that. Wait, I do have a password for that. No more tears. That seems a really cruel password to use in this situation. Yeah, and this is VersaLife. So this is Bob Page's company. And Savage has to play some important role here. He can't just be a prisoner, because he's literally making orders. Like, why would they listen to an order placed by someone who's being forced to do this? And he's even being addressed by Burke about the subjects, no less. So that's sort of like, that's interesting. I wasn't expecting him in a place like this. I guess it does show a certain quote-unquote squeamishness, so maybe working here was actually like a breaking point for him. Like, it was so horrible that he decided to break away from Paige and then, you know, work against him. But that's like, if that's how it happened, then okay, sure, that's nice that he stopped doing that, but at some point, as I said, it's difficult to even imagine what would you have to do to atone for doing something like this. Wireless Hydra functionality. I've no idea what that is, to be honest. Yeah, Bob Page. And Everett as well. I know what we're doing here is getting to you too. Yeah, so I guess he did start to have second thoughts, but to me at this point it's too little too late.
So what did these ones die of, Savage?
Complete neurological breakdown from the looks of it. Organ collapse, nerve degradation.
Find him. There's been some trouble on the base. My man will take care of it. You were saying?
We may be looking at serious cross-systemic failure issues with the OCM.
It's those god-awful implants, Gary. The whole inhumane procedure. After a while, it just burns them out.
Has this been happening at the other sites?
We've experienced some die-off, yes, but I've been told Dr. Reed's research may offer a breakthrough. If we could bring her back here...
That's not going to happen.
Then we need to start considering other options. A nanotech-based solution performed on willing volunteers.
And are you volunteering yourself, Doctor?
Tiffany, please. I need to look at the raw data, Commander. If you would.
I turned a blind eye to your little office romance, Savage. But if she becomes a problem, she will be volunteering.
Keitner, I found out what Burke's been concealing. The interrogation wing is some kind of medical testing facility. He's using the prisoners as lab rats.
For what?
Not sure. I'll need Burke's retinal scan data to find out.
I can't download that without setting off a million alarms. However, Burke's eyes are enhanced, Jensen. He uses special retinal prostheses custom-made for him by the Tai Young Medical Corporation.
You want me to remove Burke's eyes?
Not the ones he's currently using. He just received a new set this evening for when the cargo ship docked. With any luck, you'll find it in his office. Keitner out.
Actually, I've played a couple of games in which you removed people's actual eyes to get through retinal scanners, and in one instance you actually carried around a whole head to use it in such a way. And I guess if I were on a lethal playthrough, I could just kill him and gouge out his eye. Okay, I can't inspect the bodies. I guess that's because Jensen is not a scientist himself, so that wouldn't tell him much. Where exactly am I going? In his office in the base administration wing. Now I'll probably have to fight him. And to be honest, the people working here are probably the people I would have the least compunctions about killing, because it's such a horrible place that if anyone deserves to die, it's probably the people running something like this.
Biometric data assembled. Subject recognized. Access granted.
Oh, I just realized that this is basically a glorified loading screen. so the lowest level over here. I can just jump down. Oh, I can't, because I don't have my augmentations, right? Yeah. I was too confident there for a second, because I thought I'm still back in the past where I had the freaking Icarus system. Although I guess I could still have it if I chose it, but it didn't seem that important at the time. Maybe I can hack it before they run up.
Stop him! You crazy bastard! Need a better spot.
Well, I guess the answer is no.
On the ground! Too late to hide!
Okay, but hopefully, at least, those are all of them in the immediate surroundings. So at this point I just don't care about the alarm.
Access granted.
Okay, so I guess this is the office. Dr. Tulp's lesson of anatomy is like the most famous picture painting inside the Deus Ex universe, it seems. Everyone has it. Coalition for Liberty. Already read that about the formation of UNATCO.
Keitner, I've got the eye, but it's not going to fool a retinal scanner unless it's attached to an optic nerve.
I know that, Jensen. I do have a plan. Take the eye down to Quinn. He'll know what to do. Keitner out.
He's probably going to send me on some fetch quest. I can already feel it in my bones, which I'm not a fan of, to be honest.
Access denied.
Not a fan of what just happened either. Okay, at the very least this is new, so I can pass the time by reaching this. And this is about the biochip replacement. Australian conflict set to escalate. 2 years the civil war has been going on. Oh, I guess this finally solved the abbreviations I had problems with. South Australia Federation is the government troops, led by Bell Tower, and the Free States of Australia are the rebels that are backed by well, what the China.
Someone, you go down!
Okay, that's kind of problematic because it seems they revived them in the meantime, which I don't have the ammunition to deal with that, to be honest. And I'm not sure at what moment I saved, but I might be required to actually step out and deal with the one.
I've got the eye, but it's not going to fool a retinal scanner unless it's attached to an optic nerve.
I know that, Jensen. I do have a plan. Take the eye down to Quinn. He'll know what to do. Keitner out.
Deal with the one that's closing in before he can revive the rest. But I don't see anyone. I wanted to hack this before I leave.
Access granted.
Okay. Request wall safe. Cover. Okay, so it's covered by something. I guess maybe frame sliding mechanism. So it's beneath the picture, right? I did touch it, so I'm not sure. Okay, I have to pause here.
Gotcha!
Okay, I'm not sure why the double takedown didn't work, but hopefully that is going to stop them for a moment. I'm pretty sure, unless it's some other picture, and the safe is behind. Ah, okay, so it has like a button. Burke's revolver. I don't quite care about it, although it might fetch a good price at the merchant. Peter Burke. So I guess this is about his promotion. Take a read. Working on Hydra. I'm still not sure what Hydra is. Mind crash. So I'm not sure what that is supposed to signify. They are connecting into something and almost like dissociating from their bodies. So is it like is Hydra project the attempt to upload like a human consciousness onto a computer or something? You know, away from the human body into a cybernetic mainframe? I'm not sure. Attachment problem, and the problem is a hero complex. Ex-boyfriend. So that is about Jensen then, not being able to let go. Okay. So now I need to get back to this guy, which I guess it's kind of on the way. Okay, and now I'll eat this. Hopefully his inventory has been restocked. That would be a huge help overall. Wait. Why is it showing me I need to go here? I don't remember. I remember that you went through like an elevator to go to the guy, so I doubt it's through here.
Activating security scan. Biometric data assembled. Subject recognized. Access granted.
Yeah, this is not right.
Activating security scan. Biometric data assembled. Subject recognized. Access granted.
Yeah, I'm definitely kind of confused. Ah, okay. And this is the elevator indeed.
Hello? I heard you.
Well, hopefully the fetch quest he sends me on isn't going to be too annoying.
So, what's the story? Just got off the horn with the commander. She says you got something for me to take a look at.
Prosthetic eye, one of Burke's. We needed to get past a retinal scan, but it's useless like this.
Aye, without an active neural connection, it might as well be an expensive paperweight. May as well put a gobstopper in front of the scanner for all the good that thing will do you.
Solutions, Quinn. Think you can handle this?
Lad, I may be just a mechanic, but I'm also the only thing keeping this whole bleeding facility from sinking into the abyss. Think I can manage a simple optic frequency bypass. Just let me get me tools. Right. So that's it now. You got the eye. Sorry it took a little longer than I expected. Nearly break the damn thing once or twice. New TYM firmware and such. Now don't go fucking around with it. It's only got a limited lifespan due to the temp power source I rigged. It's only good for one use. Got it?
Okay.
This is pretty impressive work for a mechanic, Quinn.
What's that supposed to mean? There's more to old Quinn than meets the eye. No pun intended. You wouldn't be the first fool to underestimate my know-how.
Well, there's more to this job than just a simple battery swap. I saw you modifying the BIOS. This is state-of-the-art hardware and software. You're not just a mechanic. You're a hacker.
What are you going on about now? Ain't nothing you couldn't pull off with a degree in computer engineering and a little elbow grease. Come off it now. We ain't got time for this.
Is it supposed to be moving?
Aye. Bloody creepy that is. Try not to pay it any mind now. Thing's stuck in calibration mode. Trick is, I got it thinking it's plugged into a new host. And by rewriting the system diagnostic checks, it'll keep trying to connect without detecting anything's amiss, which in turn keeps it alive in a manner of speaking. Fucking brilliant piece of engineering work, if I don't say so myself.
Okay, so it's apparently wiggling around, which is definitely creepy. As if carrying an eye around wasn't creepy enough. I guess it's artificial, but it's probably made in such a way that it's impossible to tell unless you have the necessary knowledge.
Why only one use?
Without being hooked up to a proper battery, like your brain. The voltage spike from a single scan will trip the surge protectors, shutting it down to prevent further transmissions. It's a redundant safety mechanism built into the optic nerve to prevent frying your noggin in a dorsal ventral feedback loop. Short of putting the thing in your own head, which I ain't exactly equipped to do, there's no way around it. Besides, I think the commander preferred it this way.
Well, hopefully this thing works.
It'll work just dandy so long as you don't do something stupid like drop it. And it ain't a bloody webcam. So don't try using it to spy the knickers up someone's skirt.
That's stupid. Okay.
No money back guarantee or warranty. You break it, you buy it.
I'll sell him the commander's special gun. Yeah, custom-made revolver. Gift to Peter Burke from CEO of Mustang Tech for saving his life. I am going to sell it because after all it is a little weapon and I have no use for it. I also check if maybe he restocked. Okay, I'll buy this. I guess I'll buy this as well, just in case I run into some bots.
No refunds.
So I guess I'm back to the morgue. Which basically means backtracking. I'm definitely not a fan of like the quest design of this area. I find it.
What are you doing here? You had enough?
I
He's
find
on the run!
it pretty tedious overall and kind of annoying.
I heard that. Come out.
The tension. That's where I'm going. Yeah, and it's a little bit tiresome for me. Like, I understand that's just because I suck at the game, but like that doesn't help it. That doesn't help the feeling in any way. If anything, this probably makes it worse because you know, the feeling that you were bad at something. I'm just not having that much fun with this section because there's a lot of enemies and like I could go very, very slowly, you know, sneaking around and trying to evade them all, but that would just take forever. And while I'm definitely enjoying the game, the story and whatever, I'm like that's the main reason I'm playing for so long, because I want to know what happens and I want to know which one of my predictions end up being true or whatever. So I'm definitely enjoying the game, but I'm just a little bit you know, annoyed with this section in particular, even though when it comes to actual story and the actual like lore concepts, I kind of enjoy it because it's just so horrible, and the various implications of that I just find interesting to think about.
Activating security scan. Biometric data assembled. Subject recognized. Access granted.
Okay, so I'm back at the morgue. Wait. Ah, okay. It's just the tops of the... I somehow was confused for a second and thought it's another whole section with full detention cells. I guess I'll still have to fight Burke probably, which isn't going to be easy, seeing how I pretty much don't have weapons, unless you count. Wait, what happened to the frag grenades and the EMPs I bought? Did I sell them? Am I so tired that I literally sold my ammunition, my EMP grenades, and my... Did I must have... I sold them, right? What the... Oh, I can't... Because what else could have happened? I remembered I thought I'm buying EMP grenades, and now I have 0, and frag grenades, not to mention, and tranquilizer darts, and now I have 0 of any of those. So the only thing that could have happened is that I was still in the sell tab after I sold like the pistol and whatever from Burke, and I sold those as well, which I can't even describe how mad that makes me. Not really because of any inherent value in them. Like, if I was still in the main part of the game, I could probably manage without those, but in this situation, you know, with only minimal augmentation and with no weapon at all and no ammunition, I'm not sure if I even will be able to fight him. So
Access granted.
I can't even, like, literally. I literally can't even.
Jensen, it's Keitner. Where are you?
In a well-concealed elevator inside the prison's restricted wing. Your gun-running neural engineer deserves a raise.
I take it the eye worked then. Good. Now listen, if what you say is true, if Burke really is using the prisoners here as lab rats, I need proof. Hard evidence that I can take to Interpol.
An entire prison full of kidnapped civilians isn't enough?
You're an ex-cop, Jensen, you tell me. How many death row inmates crying on about their innocence have you seen getting out?
Point taken. I'll see what I can find.
So I guess I'm at the bottom of the sea now. But I might not be able to survive. Which is definitely problematic in the long run. Yeah, I'll upgrade the recharge, I think. Though, maybe... Yeah, I guess I'll upgrade this and this, just for convenience. I'm running around with the cloak a lot, so it could be useful for that. Oh, this harness is something that I saw at Zhao's office, and that being the CEO of Taiyong Medical, and I was wondering if it's some form of futuristic clothing or if it's armor, but I guess it's some sort of augmentation or like an experimental harness for some reason, and it's used for this, so it all sort of ties together, I guess. Whoa, that's a spine.
So cold.
I wonder if that's a spine that they tore out of someone, or if it's an artificial spine that they want to implant into someone. Not that it's a, you know, a comfortable thing or a nice thing to do. Either way, I'm just curious. Okay, can I...
Please don't leave me like this. No hope.
I guess they aren't very, you know, cognizant of their situation. This guy at the very least appears to already be dead. So... Though maybe he's just unconscious. Still, it's better than the alternative. And I guess it is a real spine, and they are implanting some kind of augmented one into them. Are they like making, I don't know, cyborgs or whatever? Not quite sure. I guess maybe I'll find... maybe I'll find some reading materials here to elaborate on that. Okay, I have literally one.
I'm sorry. So
One
sorry.
standard to
Don't
face
hurt me
Burke with.
anymore.
More of those harnesses. Okay, I'll try hacking this. And Kavanaugh, that's the doctor that's apparently being forced to be here. I can't hack this because I don't have enough skill. I would have to.
So cold.
Chair. Not sure what. I guess this is like the troops placement and whatever in Australia, and it's also a project of some kind of device in the middle, or device or a giant building complex. I'm not quite sure. I don't have the proper thing to put here. Unless it's this. Nope. Okay, so I've got the password for Kavanaugh's computer. Didn't want to hack it. I sort of reflexively clicked that.
So cold.
Bob page.
Can't take anymore. Want to die. Be free. I'm sorry. So sorry. Don't hurt me anymore. So cold.
No, it's very clearly bullshit. Like, he's trying to manipulate her into staying. Because I don't believe for a fraction of a second that Bob Page, out of all people, cares about other humans and their suffering. It's just, you know, pretty much corporate speak for trying to conceal that he doesn't care.
So cold.
Yeah, please hang in with us. You're our conscience. So basically, he wants to her to stay for her skills. Probably, it would be a waste for his project if she left. And this, how many times have I asked to call me Bob? I find it incredibly creepy and kind of weird that, you know, this is a very serious email about people pretty much getting tortured and dying and whatever, and the ethical cost of technological progress, and at the end he's like all casual, like, oh, I told you to call me Bob. Like, this, if anything, this is the final nail in the coffin of his pretend caring.
So cold.
Yeah, they are not only killing people, they are torturing them before they kill them.
Want to die. Be free. sorry. So sorry. Don't hurt me anymore. So cold.
VL would be Versalife, I guess, in this context.
So cold.
I think I read that already from the other end on one of the other computers. And this is from Maxwell at Bell Tower.
I want to die. Be free. I'm sorry. So sorry. Don't hurt me anymore.
Jerry Maxwell. Peter Burke. So maybe she wanted to get more information on him to somehow blackmail him or control him, or at least know how to fight him a little bit better. But most of it is classified anyway. Seems to exhibit fairly sexist tendencies. Yeah, I think that was mentioned actually by Keitner. And I guess that's Kavanaugh herself. Can a machine think like a man? I already read that, I think. Okay, you know what? This episode has been long enough, so I'll save here and get you a nice view of this guy getting his spine torn out, and end it here. So that's all for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!